Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. I look at the way our government is handling Mideast policy. I not only have close relationships still with the residents of Ashraf and Liberty, but many of my Iraqi friends, many of my Arab, Persian, Kurdish friends, and constantly we go over a lot of information. I am continually amazed at the way my own government handles the Middle East. Today, Iraq is in civil war. In the middle of this hurricane is Camp Ashraf and Camp Liberty. I've been sending out warnings. As soon as Maliki has consolidated power in his country, he is going to turn full attention on these two camps. Petit, leader of Iraqi Hezbollah, claimed to have fired the rockets onto Camp Liberty, but the reality is it was fired by a trained military force. That leaves the Iranian Quds Force. I've lived at Camp Liberty when it was run by the Americans, and it was a very functional camp, but it was a camp for living in after duty hours. It was not a camp to be there 24 hours a day. I analyze those trailers are equal to soup cans, very easily penetrated, and we saw that in the rocket attacks. I challenge my own United States government. I have done it many times. The offer to return to Camp Liberty, and I've made it as recent as 2 days ago. I will go. I have no problems in going to Camp Liberty. The fact, thank you. The fact that it's been since 18 April since U.S. State Department has gone to Camp Liberty. If they're afraid to leave the perimeter, I will leave the perimeter for them. However, they will not answer the telephones and they will not respond to emails. These are the very people we need to rescue from tyranny. They don't deserve the fate that has been cast upon them. Every agreement that they gave, that we made with them, the MEK, the residents of Ashraf and Liberty, honored over and over time again. Perhaps the most painful for me is the agreement in exchange for a ceasefire agreement, in exchange for surrender of weapons and consolidation at Camp Ashraf, was they would receive protected person status. I'm holding Sava's protected person status card right now, along with all the others. MEK honored every agreement 100%. Unfortunately, the United States has not honored a single agreement, and that shames me. In our history, we have made serious mistakes. What we did to the Japanese Americans in World War II was wrong. What we did to the Afro-Americans, both before the 1860s and before the 1960s, and in all honesty, up until this day, wrong. What we are doing to the MEK and the residents of Ashraf and Liberty is wrong. We need to take the higher ground, and we need to do the harder right over the easier wrong, because they, and Mariam Rajavi's organization, is the best chance we have for regime change in Iran and stability in the Middle East and stability in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.